Being a crochet business owner is not something that I would ever have thought I would be doing at this point in my life, but there is no other job that I would rather have. Hi, I'm Elise, and that's me. And this week I'm going to take you along and share what a normal week in my life is like as a crochet-based business owner. This might be interesting to you if you already have a handmade business, you want to start a crochet-based business, or you're just nosy like me and you just want to peek into someone else's life. Today is Friday and it's a very busy day, both for my crochet business, but also for my family. A lot of what I spend my time doing is trying to juggle both my family responsibilities and my business responsibilities and just trying to do the best that I can. So what I'm working on for my crochet business today is getting a pattern finished for a crochet toy that's going to be published in an online magazine later on in the summer. It's top secret, so I can't show it to you. But it's my favorite amigurumi toy that I've ever designed, and I cannot wait to show it to you. The pattern is mostly written. I am just getting those little details done. So I'm waiting to get back the edits from my tech editor. And what a tech editor does is they go through your pattern and they look to make sure that all of the math is correct, but they also make sure that you have written the pattern in a way that makes sense and that you have used traditional crochet standards. The entire pattern needs to be sent in by Monday. And today is Friday, like I just said, and it's coming down to the wire. And that's something that I really want to work on going forward, is getting things done sooner rather than later. I actually still have kind of a lot to do. I need to film the video tutorials. I've done some of them, but I have the last part, and it's actually the part that's going to take the longest, so I've got to get that done. And I also need to take the photos for the pattern itself. So there's a lot to do. Oh, and it's also my daughter's college graduation dinner, and I've got to get all of that planned. I've got to get my house cleaned up because we've got family coming over afterwards for cake and all of that. So I have a lot to do. Plus, earlier today, I had a piano technician come in and they have been working on my piano for the last couple of days, and it's just been a lot. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate if you have a family and you have a job and you're always trying to balance the two. It's a lot, but I love it. Good Saturday morning to everybody. I didn't get everything done that I wanted to get done yesterday. Big shocker. But the reason really is because I put way too many things on my list with everything that was going on yesterday. So I'm going to have to work more than I typically like to on Saturdays. Now, because I always publish my videos on Saturdays, I do need to do a little bit of work. And one thing that I actually really enjoy is looking at my comments and responding to people on Saturday mornings. It's one of my favorite things to do because I love interacting with everybody who comments on the channel. And I think that's important if you're a business owner, and especially when you're first getting started, is that when people take the time to comment on a video, on a post, anywhere that they are encouraging you, I think it's really important to respond to that if you can. I think it's just a wonderful way to connect with your audience. You also get some good feedback on those comments as well. I rarely get super nasty comments, but I will get some comments that are critical, and I don't mind constructive criticism. When somebody lets me know that something that I said or did is annoying, or maybe I could do it better, I am actually very open to that, and I've made adjustments over the years based on a lot of those comments. Now, obviously, I prefer to have nice comments, but when you're out on YouTube, that's not always going to be the case. So it really is just something you have to deal with. What I need to do today is I need to continually answer comments, but I also just saw that I got an email from my tech editor and she has my edits back, so I need to look over that. I need to get the tutorial filmed today. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the photography done because the lighting isn't super great. The other thing that I need to do is clean up my house. Saturdays is usually when I like to do my cleaning. Let's just say it's been a little neglected lately. And I usually get to a certain point where I just can't handle it anymore and I need to really clean, and I have a gazillion loads of laundry that actually need to be done. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Monday was all about getting the pattern ready to go and finalizing all of those little pieces. So I got the pattern completely edited. I also had to take all of the photos and edit those photos and finally film the tutorial. It's Tuesday morning and I got the pattern done. I am so excited. I got the video tutorials all edited. I got the photos taken and edited, and I sent everything off to the publisher. It felt like a huge weight that had kind of been lifted off of me because it's just been something that's been rattling around in my brain, and I was literally down to the wire. I'm sure they would have been fine if I had needed a little bit of an extension, but I wanted to challenge myself to get it sent in by the due date, which was yesterday. And it was probably around 10 o'clock last night when I finally did hit that send button. I'm feeling really good about it. And then today what I need to do is I'm actually getting ready to leave for my nail appointment. This is something new that I've been doing for the past few months, and I go actually down to a salon that's about 30 minutes from here, and it's terrible parking and I have to drive all around, but I love it because it's just a little bit of self-care, and it's not something that I ever did before in my life. I never went and got my nails done. It really made me feel better about my hands because, a little personal note, I'm really self-conscious about my hands. I have little short fingers, they're crooked, I have joint swelling from time to time, and they're pretty wrinkly, and I don't like my hands. And I have to show my hands on camera a lot, and it just sometimes makes me feel a little bit self-conscious. So when I got my nails done, I was like, oh, I don't feel kind of embarrassed about my hands. And if I wasn't putting them on camera, it literally didn't bother me. But as we all know, YouTube is a wonderful place, and this is such a great community, but every once in a while, people say some not nice things, and I always was waiting for that. Oh my gosh, your hands are so yuck. I had one comment about that one time. So it just made me feel a little bit better, as well as they massage your hands and your arms, and honestly, that is so great for us as crocheters. It feels so good, and I was like, you know what? This is okay for me to do. So I'm going to do it. I'm back from my nail appointment, and the next thing that I need to work on today is getting next week's blog post written out. So for pretty much every single YouTube video that I do, I also do a blog post, and it just helps me to flesh out all of my ideas, and it's also a place that people can go and get more resources and find the links easier. Oh no. Come here, baby. My cats don't get along, and one cat just got near another cat, and so I'm watching this situation very closely. Be good babies. They really don't like each other. So I need to wrangle cats, write my blog post, and I am also going to be working on my content calendar for this month, or the rest of this month. You guys be good babies. I better go. We're them good babies. Oh. It's Wednesday, and what I need to do today is finish up the blog post that I started from yesterday, and I need to really start fleshing out that video because ideally I'm going to film that video tomorrow. But tomorrow I'm going to babysit my two little nephews tomorrow while my sister-in-law has some things to do, so that's going to cut right into the middle of the day. So that means today I need to get really, really organized. I also have laundry like I always do. I've already got dinner started. It's a roast and it's in the crock pot, and I just put these pepperoncini peppers on top, and it tastes really good and yummy. And I think that's about it for today. Nope, I lied. The other thing I really want to work on is getting next month's content calendar worked out, because if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you may notice that I have been pretty silent there, and that's just because I've been working so hard on the YouTube channel, and I've been making YouTube shorts and long form videos and working on patterns that sometimes I literally just forget about Instagram and Facebook. So I think that if I start scheduling it out, that might be easier for me to make it just part of my routine. Because because today is Wednesday, I need to film a YouTube short. These are just 1-minute videos that go onto YouTube, but I also put them on TikTok, Instagram Reels, and even Facebook. These don't take very long to film, but I do like to flesh out my idea and just get it written out in just a little document. That way I know what I'm going to be talking about, because I don't do very well when I'm just off the cuff, on the fly. I need a little bit of a script, something that I can just follow along a little bit with. So that's what I just did, and now I'm going to go ahead and get that filmed. So yesterday was Thursday, and I ended up not being able to film anything because I spent most of the day with my two little nephews. They are 5 and almost 2 years old, and they're so adorable. We had the most beautiful little day, and I just enjoyed it so much, and I didn't take any video. But one of the things that I did work on was taking photos for a thumbnail for next week's video. And the thumbnail is just the photo that you see on a YouTube channel. It's the still photo. It's like the cover photo for the video. Now, taking photos for a thumbnail is a humbling experience because YouTube rewards people for making crazy faces in the thumbnail. They love faces like this, or these are the kind of faces you have to make. So I take dozens of photos to try to get the right face, because sometimes I've got a double chin going on, or my eye was closed, or something like that. So I'm going to show you all of the different photos that I took, and I'm hoping that I'll get one out of it that actually makes sense. So here you go. I hope you get a laugh out of this. Today is Friday, yay! I am so excited that this week is coming to an end because it's been a doozy. All I need to do today is finish up editing this video that you're watching, and I'm also going to film next week's video. That's really important because it's a sponsored video next week, and they need it done several days in advance so that they can look over it and make sure they like what you said and what you didn't say, and I need to get that sent to them by Wednesday or Thursday. So I need to film next week's video today. I hope you enjoyed this week's video and taking a peek behind the scenes of a crochet business, and I wonder if you're surprised that you didn't see a ton of crocheting and knitting. This week I didn't have a lot of it because this was very heavy on the computer work. But yes, I do crochet and knit, but also that's during my relaxing time. I don't even consider the times that I'm crocheting and knitting to be work. That's me time. But all of the other work I have to do on a regular basis, and I hope that it was interesting to you on some level. And if you've got any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. I love connecting with you, and I love talking about crochet business topics. And I hope you all stay safe out there, and happy stitching.